Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to import an object into CURA and get it ready for 3D printing. So we're going to go to the load button and we're going to find an STL file to bring in. So here's our file that we're going to print. It's a fidget spinner base. We can move it around the platform. The checkered area represents our print bed, so if we put it up closer here, it's going to print closer to the front. If I want to center it, we can center it on the platform. If we want to get rid of it, we can delete it. We can multiply it, so let's say I want another one. It's putting it off the print bed, so even if I do this, I think it's still yeah, we'll mess with that part later. If you have something smaller, you can duplicate them, but some other things, we can change the orientation so we can rotate it. So before we had to go to like Tinkercad to do this, but here we can just rotate it, and then if you right click on it, we want to center it, and then there's a button that makes it lay flat, so that'll do its best job to lay it flat for us. We can rotate it if for some reason we think it'll print better one direction or another. We can do that. Since our printer has prints in the X and Y axis, if we have something that's printing in straight lines, it might speed things up if everything is in the same orientation. If something's on an angle, then it's got to jog back and forth, and that could reduce our quality, and it could make it print slower. We could reset it to the way it was. Again, this is our rotate button. We can scale it up and down just like we could in AstroPrint. So we could just say I want it twice as big, and you could have it be a factor of 2 or whatever you want. Or you can say, well, this is the dimension that I want for this axis. So you can just type it in, and then it'll adjust the other ones. The uniform scale, if you keep that locked, then if you change one, it'll change the rest to make it proportional. If you uncheck this, and let's say you double the x-axis, it'll make it way bigger in that direction, but it'll keep the dimensions for the other direction, so it'll basically stretch it out. So most of the time I leave that locked. So we'll leave that locked. We can mirror it if we need to. I don't use this one often. Something that may be helpful, there's different view modes. So right now we're in the normal view mode. This is the overhang mode. This doesn't have any overhangs, but it will mark in red places that don't have any supports. So either we would have to tell CURA to support it, or it may have trouble printing it. So it's a tool to help you orientate your object the way it needs to be. Let's see, that one's not useful. The layers, this one is kind of useful. So this shows you that this is going to print it in 35 layers, and it actually shows you the path that it's going to take to print everything. And so you can see layer by layer exactly how it's going to print out your object. So sometimes it's useful, sometimes it doesn't really mean anything. But so once we have it ready to go, we have it positioned the way we want, we're going to hit the save toolpath, and we're going to save this to the SD card or the micro SD card that we're going to use to print this on. And you'll notice that this is now a G code file, so we're going from STL to G code, and then so you hit save and you're done.